Hey guys, Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Rapidash, who is a fire-type Pokemon. If you've never seen this Pokemon before, it is a white horse with, instead of a mane and a tail, it has fire instead, hence the fire type. And it's got some flamey type fire flames coming off of its legs. Now, if you look at the Galarian type, the Galarian form, I don't know the right terminology, but yeah, that one is actually a psychic fairy type, and it looks very much like, I don't know, like a My Little Pony. It's a pretty unicorn-esque, pinky purpley, greeny bluey mane. It's very aesthetically pleasing. And I've just also noticed that the fire type Rapidash also has a unicorn horn. I did not see that until I realized that the Galarian form does, and I looked up to see if the normal form does, and yes it does. And when I saw this, I imagined like a competitive type horse. So yes, I did kind of think of a Ponyta as a competitive type horse as well, but that was more like a, oh, look at me, like I'm a cute little horse who does these things. And this is no, like, I am a competitive horse. This is like my whole life. This is all I'm ever going to be doing. And so I thought I would build a little barrel racing competition. Now, this is still a junior type competition. So when I did yesterday's build, it was the same sort of thing, like a junior competition. And for this one, I kind of feel the same. Like, it's also a very junior type competition, and but yeah, this is like a super competitive junior barrel racing competition where it's like this, the kid who barrel races here, like they're not doing it for fun. They're doing this because this is gonna be their like career. You know, that in the future they're gonna be a you know, like they're super into I don't know. I don't know if barrel racing is really a massive sport, but you bet your bottom dollar the kid who wins this is gonna go on to win every championship until they retire. And they're going to have the same horse until that horse retires. So, you know, it's a very, very competitive space. And I wanted it to feel, I guess rural is a good word to say it. I didn't want it to feel commercialized. I didn't want it to feel like, you know, it's you could go anywhere and see a place like this. Like, this is somewhere where you have to be in a rural town to be able to witness this, to see this, to understand this. You know, the people who live here are people who've lived here for generations, and, you know, they come from farms from all around, and, you know, this is actually an original shed from when the town was first founded, and it's been turned into an inside barrel. Like, I know barrel racing is probably an outside place, but they decided to do it inside because, you know, the weather or whatever. I don't know. Maybe this is like a practice place. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it would be pretty interesting to do something like this. And again, you could probably tell I'm not a rural kind of person from this build. Definitely not. Yeah, I'm definitely a city person. But, you know, I'm okay with being a city person. But I do wanna like I said in yesterday's video, I do want to get out and hang around horses a little bit here and there and experience life a little bit differently. I don't think I could live on a farm. That's something for sure I could not do because look, I'm a little bit of a city princess. Like, I guess that's the best way to put it. I like having things nearby. I like being, you know, ease of access to everything. I don't like being, like, I'll complain to the end of days about how much I don't like people, but I don't like being alone. I don't like not having access to things. The idea of being like a 3-hour drive just to get off my property, like that scares me a little bit. You know, I've been on properties like that. A friend's grandfather had a sheep farm, and it honestly was like that. It was like 3 hours just to get to the house from the edge of the property, and that's, yeah, like if I have a medical emergency, it's not really, I don't know, it concerns me, it worries me. But that's not to say I wouldn't mind visiting farms and you know, I also know, like, when you visit farms and help out and what, like, that, stuff like that, and, you know, even paying for the experience, like, it helps out, so I'm more than happy to do that. And I'm sure that the farmers and farmhands and whatnot can get a good kick out of someone like me showing up and being like, oh, like, you have an outhouse, not a toilet in you? Okay, interesting, curious. Like, I'm gonna be gladly going back to the house I live in, the lifestyle I live in, and I'll be appreciative of everything I have, but also, like, you know, it's fun, it's different, it's if it helps out other people, I'm glad to do it. But yeah, definitely not my way of life, for sure. Let me know down below, are you more of a city person, or do you prefer suburbs or rural areas? I feel like I'm much more suburb. I don't think I'm a city person. I do like the suburbs. I like it being a bit more familiar, I guess. I don't know, like a city, there's so much going on and it's so stressful and there's so many things around. But a suburb is a little bit more like, it feels a little bit more homey. But that's not to say I wouldn't enjoy maybe living in the city for a few years or whatever, just to experience it, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely let me know down below. What's your feelings and thoughts on living arrangements? Yeah, do you prefer city, rural, anywhere in between? What is your ideal living space? Because, you know, I there are definitely people out there who'd hate to live in suburbs and cities and much prefer to be out in the middle of nowhere. And then there's definitely, obviously, a lot more of us who would much prefer to be somewhere with a lot of other people, which, you know, each to their own. I mean, if everyone wanted to live in the city, we wouldn't have farmers, and farmers, like, we wouldn't have food without farmers, so, you know, I definitely think, yeah, the farmers and rural properties, very important. And if you are a farmer, mad respect to you guys. A lot of the fruit and veg we get in this house, like, my roommates will go to a farmer's market and get a lot of stuff like people have actually grown rather than the grocery store. It tastes so much better. So much better. And I don't know, I enjoy it much better. But, you know, anyway, I could ramble and rant for days on end about how much I don't know, even like the butcher's meat we get, we kind of leaning away from grocery store meat and more into like butcher's stuff, and it, again, so much better. Like, for example, I don't like beef sausages when they come from like Woolworths or whatever, but you get them from a butcher or something like that, they taste phenomenal. But anyway, the build's pretty much done here, so yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.